got the Baratza Daily here, just in the ESP Pro. Oh, cool. We're very lucky to get a pre-release version of this product, so we have a lot of cool extra gadgets. Be well grounded. Flowers on the front, pretty little butterfly on the back. Ooh, there's stepless grind adjustments so you can dial in. Their precision burrs, anti-static tech, auto stop grinding. These are features that I heard about from the SCA convention that just kind of set this grinder apart from the rest of their Encore line. Let's get in and see this grinder. Up first we have our hopper. This is super cool, and I can't wait to test and see everything that this grinder can do.
1 month later.
Now that we've had this grinder for a month, we're going to explore its espresso range. Before we get into everything, here's a quick catch up if you haven't heard about this new grinder yet. Baratza announced the Encore ESP Pro back at the SCA convention in 2025. This is a really cool grinder joining the top of the Encore family. Immediately, this grinder feels elevated. It's got this premium look, a bright screen, and just overall a more refined vibe. And of course, the biggest thing, it's built for espresso, which is what we're gonna focus on today. I'm gonna be brewing the Banner Dark from Sightglass Coffee using the Encore ESP Pro, so that way we can get to see its espresso qualities. We're gonna be brewing an espresso shot on the Bianca here. It's my favorite machine to work with right now. I've used this grinder a couple of times, but I've only gotten to use it for pour over and cold brew. So I'm really excited to see how it does for espresso, particularly for consistency and retention. So the grind setting that we're gonna be using today is somewhere in that like 23, 24 range. If you're trying to do the same thing at home, know that I'm aiming for that medium fine within the espresso range. So we're gonna get everything together. I'm gonna measure on scale. My standard espresso recipe is 20 grams of espresso. So y'all get a feeling for the pitch and the noise level of this coffee. We're gonna grind on it now. I really like the auto stop feature on this grinder. It would let me throw my coffee in, press go, and if I were making a milk drink right now, that's when I'd go and pour my milk while the grinder is doing its thing. Checking retention. Looks like we are 0.2 grams below what we put in, which is within my margin of error for a good coffee grinder's retention. And honestly, some of that got lost on the sides here. So just worth noting that while overall pretty clean, there are some coffee grounds that went awry. Something that can help reduce the overall spray here would be leveraging something like Ross droplet technique, where you spritz the beans with a little bit of water before you grind them. Only 1 or 2 light spritzes just to reduce the static buildup there. Makes them fall a little more cleanly and reduces retention. In about a 33-second pour, we got a 40 gram output, so we're right at that 1-to-2 ratio. Gonna just check for clarity of flavor here. Nice and clean. Clarity is something that the grinder provides to the experience, where it's not too cloudy and we're getting those nice clear drink profile through. This performed really well. I'm impressed with its grind size. Just so y'all have an idea of the grind size that we're working with, I'm gonna throw some beans in and we'll use our plate here just to check those out. So this is our grind size here. We'll be doing a full crew review on the Encore ESP Pro soon, so if you have any questions or curiosities, let us know in the comments and we'll get them answered in that review.